Yo, what is going on, guys? JGFM here, and welcome back to the second episode of the Man United Let's Play. Today, we are starting off with the first game of the Premier League season at Old Trafford as we take on Everton on a Friday night under the lights. The reason there hasn't been a video out for a few days is I had a few issues with my recording software where it hasn't been working. We've got it working now, however the quality isn't good. So apologies for that in advance. I've tried multiple different softwares, but this is the best quality we can get. I know it's not great. We will be working on that in the future. Let's focus today on Manchester United, and we're going to go through our pre-season, all the transfers that we've made, and then get into the first game of the season and show our tactics and what we've got going. So first of all, I think we should just get straight into it. Let's get into the transfers. We had a busy old summer for Man United. As you see, we started off with quite a lot of money. We've only got 12 million of that remaining now. This is what we did over the summer. So you see those two signings, Delo and Fred, were already made in real life. So we've brought in, the first big signing that we brought in is we needed an improvement to the defence, and we have managed to pick up Raphael Varane for £47 million. He's a good signing, definitely. He has got a little bit of room to improve. The 25-year-old French centre-back comes in from Real Madrid. He's a good player. He looks like he should be good enough for the Premier League. He will be on who's starting centre-back, and number 5, hopefully going to be rock of the back this season as we go for a Champions League spot in the league. Second player we brought in then is a backup fullback, and that is we're going to have the services of Ben Chilwell playing for us this season. We signed him from Leicester for just underneath £20 million here. The English fullback has definitely been a highlight of the new and upcoming England generation. It's good to get him in. We want to get some more homegrown players into the club, and Ben Chilwell certainly fulfills that role. He is our new backup left back in case Luke Shaw gets injured, and will probably overtake Shaw one day as he's got a lot of room to improve. And he's definitely going to be a long-term project at 21 years old, but one day I reckon he will be our starting centre-back. Next, and the next two signings we brought in, both are quite cheap. They're youngsters. We brought in Robert Lubicic, I think that's how you pronounce it, for £900,000 from SKSTM Polten in Austria. He has ability to definitely move up to the senior team. Again, another long-term project. He could improve. He's a very good technical player for a central midfielder. You see his decisions, teamwork, passing, first touch, all very good for this for these early parts of his career. He will improve. Might be starting in our team one day. And the second guy we brought in, another fullback. This time he can play both on the left and right side. It's the young German Joshua Vagnoman, comes in from Hamburg for £2 million. Again, a long-term project with ability to improve. He definitely could be a starting fullback in the future. So it's good to get those players in. It's only 4 signings. We spent over £129 million. So we're going to hopefully hope that we can repay the fans with that money, and hopefully repay you guys to watch an entertaining series. This first season should be good. Varane and Chilwell, we needed improvement at the back. I feel we've got that, and we've got a few youngsters that could improve in the future. Now, if we turn to our outgoings, the first player to leave the club was Matteo Darmian, who the 28-year-old left to join Fiorentina for £17 million. I think that's a good deal for him, if I was to be honest with you. To get £70 million for a player of Darmian's quality, good business from me, I hope, and the club. He was never going to cut it. He was never going to be on my plans for the first team, so we had to ship him out as quick as possible. He will now be playing his football in Serie A. We've loaned out a few players here, including the likes of Dimitri Mitchell. Axel Tuanzebe joins Norwich on loan in the Premier League this season, so good to see him. Antonio Valencia, club legend, 235 appearances for the team. Fullback, I do like him in real life. I'm not a Man United fan. My dad's the Man United fan, but as I say, he's been a great servant to Man United, but the time was right for him to move on from his position, and he is going to leave and join Burnley for £10 million again. Good bit of business from the club there. For a 33-year-old, he's aging, he's getting older, and again, as I say, he was not going to be in my plans for this season, so therefore he departs the club for £10 million. He should have a good career at Burnley. Karen Borthwick-Jackson also leaving out on loan to Bradford on deadline day, and this one I was really annoyed about. Ed Woodward loaned out McTominay, just like that. Nothing I could do about it, but McTominay is going to be playing in La Liga next year for Girona, and I wanted to keep him. Scott McTominay was going to be in my starting lineup for the first game of the season. I just could not do anything about it. Just went, like, we're going to take him straight off you, send him out to Girona, and yeah, it's such a loss to see him, but hopefully he'll be back next year, and if so, he will be in my team definitely next year. Hopefully he'll improve during his time at Spain, and yeah, hopefully he returns as a better, improved player. So that's the transfer business we did over the summer. Not too mad. We brought in a few players that we needed to here and there. As you see, we've only got about 12 million left in transfer budget and about 190k left in the wage budget. But as you see, we have been spending the money hopefully wisely. We're going to get into the game. In fact, I've just seen Sergio Romero's injured there on the bench. We're just going to take him out, bring Lee Grant up to the first team. As you can see, actually, we'll go through pre-season first. It's not that much of a big worry, I think, for us, but we did all right with it. We remained undefeated through pre-season, which is always good. We beat our under-23s 4-1. Alexis getting a hat-trick, as well as Juan Mata adding a goal in. We then went at home to Lyon, where Martial, Pereira and Mata got their name on the score sheet. Then we went on a tour of China for the most of our pre-season. Martial and Sanchez again getting over 2-1 win. Then Martial, Mason Greenwood getting on the score sheet, which is good to see. He could be big fans in the future, the young 16-year-old striker. And then Timothy Fosu-Mensah, 4-0 convincing, was then an own goal. Pereira getting 2 and Greenwood again getting his name on the score sheet for a 2-0 win over Jiangsu. Sanchez and Mata once again being a deadly duo for us during pre-season. Taif Chong got the only goal in a 1-1 draw against Guangzhou. And then at Shigang, it was a 3-1 win with Lukaku getting a brace and Martial again on the score sheet. But it's Friday night under the lights where we start our Premier League campaign against Everton. It's not going to be an easy match. Everton have a good side, a top 8 side. So it'll be no easy pushover for today's game. We'll have to be up to our best standards to get anywhere close to a victory today. Hopefully we will win, get off to a winning start in the series. But thoroughly, let's run through the starting lineup. If you haven't seen my tactic, that's basically it. I did more in depth on the tactic in a season episode 0, which is kind of like a preview episode. Go check that out before you watch this video if you want to see the basis of the series. But this is what we go with today in terms of our lineup. David De Gea starts in goal with Ashley Young and Luke Shaw being the fullbacks for today. The centre-back pairing is Victor Lindelof and Rafael Varane. Midfield 3 today is Paul Pogba and Herrera, who will be captaining the side, and Andreas Pereira, who comes in for Scott McTominay would have played a big game for him today. And the front 3, I think, will be the front 3 we might stick with for the rest of the season. Jesse Lingard on the right, Anthony Martial on the left, and Marcus Rashford will be starting and leading the line up front today. On the bench, Lee Grant, Eric Bailly, Ben Chilwell makes onto the bench, as well as Fred, Mata, Lubicic and Lukaku. As you can see, we're injury stricken at the moment. Romero, Jones, Matic, Sanchez and Dalot all out injured. Dalot would have started ahead of Young today, but Young gets to go ahead at fullback. So, without further ado, let's get into the first game. Let's see if we can beat Everton here. Try and get a victory. And let's see if our attacking brand of football can bring us a win today. Of course, Lubicic needs a number. We're going to give him number 33, considering he's not really going to be a part of our first team plans. We just brought him in really today because well, we needed to in terms of the bench. So you see here is Everton's lineup. They've gone with a 5-3-2 here. So 5 at the back, they're going to be shutting up shop, trying to stop the defence, and it's Jordan Pickford in goal. Back 3 is Jagielka, Keane and Mina, with the fullbacks Digne and Coleman. Midfield 3 today, they've gone with Gylfi Sigurdsson, Idrissa Gana Gay, and Tom Davies, with Sandro and Cenk Tosun leading the line. On the bench for them, Martin Stecklenburg, John Joe Kenny, Bernard, Omar Nias, Vlasic, Callum Connolly and Theo Walcott rounds off the bench for them today. Let's go get the win though. We're going to let the assistant do the team talk to start off the match. Tony Sullivan gets it underway, and here we go for the season. Everton against Manchester United, and of course they didn't do the... Why does it always reset? That's one thing I do not like. I'm just going to sort this out here. I will be playing on 2D and then going to 3D for replays. And without further ado, let's get into the match. Yeah, so I feel we've brought in the required areas that we need to. A win today would be the perfect start for Man United to get us underway here. And top four is the real aim. A title push would be brilliant. But you see, there's no real highlights here in the first half. Seamus Coleman picks up a yellow card here. But there's been nothing in the first half. We haven't had a single highlight so far. I only did this game because it is the opening game. Thought I must do this, but Young has a throw in now. Here comes Lingard, back up to Young, who plays it inside. Lingard's there. Pogba now on the edge of the box, has a go, and Pickford has to tip it over the bar there. An interesting strike from Paul Pogba, but we have got one corner here. We might score our first goal. It's Pereira on the corner duty. Whips it in. Martial on the edge of the box with Ander Herrera there. He takes a shot, comes back off Coleman, playing it to Varane. And that'll be the end of that highlight. So a pretty dull first half. Nothing happening at all. We've dominated. We have more possession, more shots, but we need to keep on going. And yeah, it's disappointing. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to get them fired up, motivated for the second half. And we need a better second half performance than that. That first half was terrible. But now Herrera on the ball. Short on the wing here. And we can cut back. So we're still waiting for a highlight. Still waiting for the first goal. It's not been the greatest start to the season. But Pickford has a goal kick. Can we win that in the air? Varane wins it. There's Lingard. Back to Paul Pogba, who's going to spray it to Pereira here. Back to Herrera. And a nice switch out wide to Anthony Martial, who can now attack. Now runs down the wing. Ball into the box, but he's overhead it. Lingard now has it on the box. He crosses it in. Headed out from Coleman. Martial picks it up. Herrera. Out wide to Jesse Lingard. Ashley Young. Cracking ball in. And Anthony Martial has finally opened the scoring here on the 51st minute. Manchester United 1, Everton 0. And Anthony Martial has scored the first goal in the series. I mean, it's a cracking little bit of play here. Herrera finds Lingard in so much space. Young's cross in is inch perfect for Martial, just to tap it in on this side foot. And we have a lead here, and it's good to see that we do have one. But it might not last for long, because now Everton are on the attack with Lucas Digne. Varane does not clear it, and that was a mistake, and we're very lucky there. Sandro hits the post. It luckily falls into the hands of David De Gea. But now Everton are pressing forward, and we've got to try and guard this lead, and we haven't. It's an awful goal to concede. David De Gea and Ashley Young with a mix-up at the back, and it's an own goal. It's our undoing here, and Everton have an equaliser literally 6 minutes after we scored our first. And that's not good. We've got to hold on there. It's an awful miscommunication between De Gea and Young. And it's a shame. Goal line technology. I tell you what, I don't think the whole of the ball has not crossed the line there, in my opinion. Oh, it has there. I was going to say, from the pause bit, it did not look like that crossed the line at all, and I was going to be fuming. But we've got to hold on to this lead. You know, we can't go 1-0 up and then just throw it away. We're going to make a substitution here. Fred is going to come on here for Pereira in centre midfield. We're also going to bring on Romelu Lukaku up front for Marcus Rashford here. So a double substitution to try and hopefully bring us the victory. A 1-1 draw will probably not be good enough. Sigurdsson now has a free kick in a dangerous position, and he's curled that in, and they've hit the post twice now. This has not been a good performance from Manchester United at all here. A lot of improvement needs to be made. I think we're going to bring on Ben Chilwell, fullback here for his debut. Luke Shaw is going to come off here. But too little too late, and it looks like we're probably going to come away with the first game in a 1-1 draw here. So not what we were wanting. Varane going to pass it forward, and that is full time. Manchester United won, Everton won. We took the lead for Anthony Martial, but Everton more clinical on the day. They were lucky not to win, if I'm being totally honest. It's just not a great start to the season. We needed a win there. A draw. Everton will probably take that better. We won't. I'm going to rally them up again. It's not good enough at all. And 1-1 draw was not what we needed to open the season. But against Everton, I said there'll be no easy pushover. And we found that out. Everton are a good side. But we come away with the first game of the season, a 1-1 draw. Thank you for watching today's video. The opening day of the season against Everton. We will be back next time. I think the next match we'll do probably will be the first Champions League game after the West Ham game, and then we might do either Villa, or depends if we get in the Carabao Cup third round as well. It'll be the Champions League game and then either Villa away or the unknown game in the Carabao Cup. Until next time, this has been JGF. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. The continued support is much appreciated. If you have enjoyed the video, thank you for watching. Till next time, this is JGFM, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.